Imagine if you were an innocent person who was wrongfully sentenced to prison for a crime you did not commit. Unfortunately, this happens quite frequently. The National Registry of Exonerations found that in 2016 alone, there were 166 known exonerations. Exonerees spend an average of 14 years in prison before being found innocent. This is a big deal because we are talking about the ruined lives of over 100 individuals every single year. In 2011, an innocent man named Michael Morton was released from prison in Texas after serving nearly 25 years for a crime he did not commit. Due to the misconduct of prosecutor Ken Anderson, he was wrongfully charged and sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his wife in 1986. During the trial, this prosecutor intentionally failed to present favoring evidence to the court. This withheld evidence was lab tested over 20 years later in 2011 and was found to contain another suspect's DNA, which confirmed Michael's innocence. Michael was exonerated later that year. The prosecutor pled guilty to hiding favorable evidence, and although he did lose his law license, he only spent 10 days in jail. Believe it or not, it is actually rare that prosecutorial misconduct is penalized at all. This is because there is essentially no oversight over prosecutors. A USA Today study found that federal prosecutors are rarely sanctioned for participation in misconduct. In 2016, the National Registry of Exonerations concluded that 46% of wrongful convictions were due to official misconduct. Here in Utah, a Salt Lake Tribune analysis of court documents and public records show that discipline is extremely rare for Utah's prosecutors, despite the complaints of misconduct that have occurred over the years. Prosecutors hold one of the most powerful jobs in the government, and for the sake of the innocent, this power cannot continue to go unchecked. As Supreme Court Justice Robert Jackson said, the prosecutor has more control over life, liberty, and reputation than any other person in America. Withholding evidence that might exonerate an innocent person is a grave offense that the legislature should criminally punish. A system of justice should expect no less. For Libertas Institute, I'm Nichelle Aiden.